The purpose of this video is to walk you through the mechanical aspects of creating a digital financial report using Auditchain's Luca application, which is part of the Auditchain Suite. Again, this is focusing on the mechanical aspects of creating a report. And keep in mind, this is not the ultimate interface. This is an interface that is used for creating the API and helping developers understand what we're doing here with creating this expert system for creating financial reports. So don't get obsessed with the interface. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to log in to the Auditchain Suite. I'm going to select Luca, and I'm going to create a new report. I'm going to call that report oops, get my typing correct. And I've created a new report. So once you've created a report, you get a list of the different information that has to be entered. So I'm going to create a very basic report. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a taxonomy schema. It's going to be local. This is funky. This will be fixed. The prefix is going to be AE for accounting equation. The identifier is going to be I'm going to call it report, and I'm just going to use English as the default language. I'm not going to enter I'll just put that in there. You can put a description. So now I have the base information for creating the report model and the report. So now I'm going to enter terms. So we get this from the list because we entered this as the prefix. It's the only prefix we have. I'm going to enter a concept. That concept is going to be assets. That's the label. This is the name. It is a monetary concept. It is an instant, which is as of a specific point in time, and it's a debit. So I'm going to add the concept liabilities. That's instant and a credit. And I'm going to add the third concept, equity. So those are the three concepts that make up the accounting equation. I have to add a fourth concept, which is basically used as a hanger. It's an abstract concept. I'm going to call that balance sheet arithmetic. And abstract concepts don't have a data type, calendar, period type, or balance type, so we're done with that. So I don't need any additional labels for what I'm doing. I'm not going to enter any references, although I could. I do need a structure. That structure is going to be balance sheet. That's the title I'm going to give it, and I can enter an optional sequence if I have the structure. So now I have to create associations within that structure using the terms that creates the report model. So go to associations. I'm going to add a presentation association for the structure balance sheet. I'm going to use the hanger concept. Again, think about this mechanically right now. There's plenty of time to learn the logic of what's going on. So this is my first association. The second association, again in presentation relations, in the balance sheet, hook liabilities to that hanger concept. And now I'm going to add the third. Equity. And I have the associations that are within that structure. I have one rule. It's a consistency rule. The reason these things are showing up is because I've entered this before, and the application keeps track of that. It is calculating the concept assets. It's within the structure balance sheet, and I could enter some commentary there. So there's my rule. So now I'm going to enter some facts. I have to enter a reporting entity ID in the format that XBRL uses. My ID. That's the ID. I separate that with a space and a pipe character in another space. And then I put my this kind of mimics a reporting scheme. So I'm not going to get into that. Again, mechanical aspects, we got to focus on that. So now I'm putting in the date. Use it. That is the balance sheet date I'm going to use. Concept assets. We'll give that a value of 1,000. I'm going to use US dollars. Infinite. And I don't need a fact ID or a sequence. So there's my first fact. The second fact, so now this is easier. Liabilities, make that 500. US dollars, infinite. Don't need that, don't need that. Save that. Don't need that. So now I'm done entering information. I can generate the report and download it, which I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that right now. Or I can validate this report. I don't need that. I need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. Oops, that has that bug. I validate it. And I get the message that says that everything is okay. Everything is valid. I can then go look at that analysis. There's the report that I created, and I'm going to call that good. So I realized I wanted to add one more thing. I wanted to show you that this report was uploaded to the internet. So here, if I right click there and then open link in new window, you can see that the instance document has been uploaded to that URL. This is publicly available, and now I'll stop.